What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ravi Wadden, and in today's video, I want to talk about an amazing lease deal on a 2024 Toyota Tacoma on DriveMatch.com. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with DriveMatch.com, it's a company that I co-founded where you can get pre-negotiated lease deals, and that saves you a lot of time because you don't have to negotiate with the dealership any longer. Now, this Toyota Tacoma that I'm going to be talking about in this video is going for $319 a month with just $3,000 due at signing. So what we'll do in the first part of this video is we'll head over to DriveMatch.com and we'll talk about this lease deal in detail. We'll kind of break down all the nitty-gritty details, and I'll give you lots of helpful information along the way. Then in the second part of this video, we'll run my 1.25% rule of leasing on this Toyota Tacoma, and you'll see why this is a good lease deal in terms of value. And then in the third part of this video, we'll quickly compare the monthly lease payments that you can get on DriveMatch.com to the finance payments if you were to finance this particular truck. And I'll show you why, leasing this truck is a no-brainer from a financial standpoint. So if that sounds good to you, please be sure to like this video and please be sure to follow my channel. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into the computer behind me and talk about this lease deal in more detail. All right, here we are on DriveMatch.com, and here is the 2024 Toyota Tacoma SR5 that's on DriveMatch.com. As you can see, this one is going for just $319 per month with just $3,000 due at signing. And the thing that makes DriveMatch unique is that your $3,000 that you see here that's due at signing, this is your total out of pocket. As you can see, it includes your first month's payment, all dealer fees, all state registration fees, and acquisition fees. So typically when you go to like Toyota.com and you look at a manufacturer's lease offer and it says, $3,000 due at signing, that $3,000 would not include your dealer fees, state registration fees, and any taxes on rebates. Meanwhile, on DriveMatch, this $3,000 is your total out-of-pocket cost, which makes it very unique, very simple, and easy to understand, and very, very transparent. And that's kind of, our goal with DriveMatch.com. Now, as you can see, there are three different Toyota Tacomas available, but the one that we're going to be talking about in this video is car number 3. As you can see, the exterior color is black, the interior color is black fabric, and the vehicle location is in California. And if you want to see any of the packages and information, you'll see that this is a 4x2, has cast aluminum running boards, deck cleats, all-weather mats, and mud guards, and it's available for residents of California as well. Now, if you live in, let's say, Sacramento, and this car, for example, is located in Southern California, you can get this car shipped, or you can get this car, you can pick up this car, for free. And if you want to organize your own shipping, you can do that. And if you want us to arrange your shipping on your behalf, we have some awesome rates. You can do that as well. Now, as you can see, this is a 36-month lease that allows for 10,000 miles a year. And if you were to select, lease this car for $319 a month, you can adjust the mileage. So you can get 12,000 miles a year or 15,000 miles a year if you need it. And typically that's the cheaper route to go rather than paying the excess mileage penalty on this lease. And as you can see, the monthly payment is $319, as I mentioned earlier. Now, let's just say that I was interested in leasing this car. I would click on lease for $319 a month, and then I would just sign in using my credentials. And if you don't have an account, please be sure to sign up for DriveMatch.com before you purchase a car, or if you want to see additional details on the vehicle. I'll click sign in, and that will bring me to this page where I can see all of the details on this particular truck. I also have a shipping fee estimate of $500, even though this truck is only 50 miles away, so it probably doesn't make sense to pay $500. And this is kind of like our base rate, so you can't really, in the website's not going to show anything lower than $500, but I am using a Southern California zip code 90001 for those of you that are interested, and it tells me the car is only 50 miles away. So in this case, if I were shopping for this car, I would just pick it up in person. And then if you do qualify for any other discounts, we would be able to add those on the back end. But if you were interested in leasing this car, I would just check this box here and then place order and pay $0 fee. And that's the cool thing about DriveMatch, is that we do not charge a fee at the moment. We don't know how long we're going to be able to do this. We're just trying to work out the business model as we kind of go along. But for the moment, there is no fee on DriveMatch.com, which makes all these lease deals really, really awesome. Now let's actually go back And let's go ahead and run my 1.25% rule of leasing on this particular car. So let's go ahead and bust out the handy dandy calculator. Now I'll take the $3,000 that's due at signing, and I'll subtract the monthly payment of $319 since that's included in the due at signing amount, and I get $2,681. And I'll divide this by 36 since this is a 36-month lease, and I get $74. Now I'll add the monthly payment of $319 back in, and that gives me a pre-tax. So it's not showing sales tax on the payment, but with $0 down, nothing due at signing, the pre-tax monthly payment is $393. And I'll multiply this by 1.1 just to account for 10% sales tax on the payment. And I get an effective monthly payment of $432. So when I say effective, that means every fee, all fees, all taxes rolled in, all down payments rolled into the monthly payment. So nothing due at signing, a true sign and drive of $432 a month would be your monthly payment. And if I divided this by this truck's MSRP, which is $43,000, I get 0.01. I'm going to multiply this by 100 to make it a percentage and roll the decimal point over 2 spots, and I get 1.00% or 1%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with my 1.25% rule of leasing, anytime your effective monthly payment, so with nothing due at signing, making it true sign and drive, anytime you take that monthly payment and you divide it by the vehicle's MSRP and you get a number less than 1.5%, that's a good lease deal. It makes more sense to lease that particular car in most cases than to finance that same car. If you get a number less than 1.25%, that's an even better deal, and leasing that car is just, virtually a no-brainer, and you're getting a good deal in terms of value. And then if you get a number less than 1% or 1%, like we got in this case, that's just an amazing lease deal. And let me tell you what, this is an amazing lease deal, and this is better than most of you would be able to do on your own. And the best part is with DriveMatch, this is a pre-negotiated lease deal, and you're getting a 1% lease deal on a Toyota Tacoma, right? This is not like some electric vehicle that has a lot of government incentives kind of baked into the deal. This is a Toyota Tacoma, one of the most desirable trucks on the market, and you're getting a 1% deal without having to do any negotiation. And if you wanted to, you could get this truck delivered to your door or pick it up. A lot of our customers even pick up the cars on the same day. That's how kind of fluid our process is. But yeah, that's the 1.25% rule of leasing in a nutshell, and that's why I wanted to do a video on this particular truck, because it's such a good deal in terms of value. Now, really quickly, I just want to run the car payment calculator on this Toyota Tacoma to show you why this is a good lease deal when you compare to financing the same car. So let's just take the selling price of this car, which is $43,000. Let's do a 72-month term. Let's do an interest rate of, let's just say you got 2% through Toyota. Down payment, I'm going to do 0. State taxes, I'm going to do California here. Let's just keep it at 6.8%. And then we'll roll in the $2,300 title, registration, and other fees into the loan. And when I do that, I get an effective monthly payment, or a monthly payment of $711. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I did the lease payment on this particular truck, let's do it again. It was $3,000 minus $319 divided by 36 plus $319 times 1.1, and the effective monthly payment when you lease this truck was just $432 a month. So even with a 2% interest rate and you buy this truck at MSRP, your payment's going to be $711. And if you lease this truck on DriveMatch, you get a 36-month payment of $432 a month. Now, let's just say you got a 10% discount on this truck. So let's just say your selling price on this truck was, let's do more than 10%. Let's just do $37,000. So $37,000. Your monthly payment is still $616 a month compared to a lease payment of just $432 a month. Now, I know a lot of you out there are thinking, but Ravi, when you buy this car, finance this car, you get to keep this car long term. But the thing is that with leases and with the leases on DriveMatch, every single car has a lease buyout option. So you do have the option to purchase this car and keep it long term. Now, it does, need to make financial sense to do so. So at the end of the lease term, what you want to do is, see if you have positive equity, or maybe you've gone way over the mileage and it makes more sense to buy this car. But for whatever reason, maybe you do have the option to buy this car, and that's the beauty of Leasing. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have any other questions about car leasing, if you have any questions about car lease buyouts, I do have some videos on my channel that kind of go over that in detail. If you have any other questions about DriveMatch or car leasing, let me know in the comments section below and I will get back to you. And with that, I'm going to call it a video, and I did want to share this awesome lease deal with you guys. Financial knowledge is power. Please like and follow for more.